Well, I think we got a little problem here. Might need to address. I don't know, I mean, I'm pretty sure that that's not supposed to be smoking. I'm hoping you can see that smoke in there. And this part right here should not be laying there. Yeah, that's an issue. I'd say we got bearings out, or bearing housing has failed, because I've replaced the bearing in that once already. And well, I guess you got to come along as I tear it apart again, because yeah, that ain't gonna work. And Lisa thinks that her yard needs to be mowed, which I don't blame her. I'm not really into goats in my yard. I will if I have to. And the other mower, I may or may not have sucked like about 8 foot long by 2 foot wide of ground cover for your gardens. You know, that black plastic stuff, it's all wrapped up underneath it. And I hadn't used a big mower this year, so I wanted to get it going. I got it out, checked the oils, had a charged battery, got it fired up, and I mowed a whole section that with the rider takes me like 30 minutes. With this, 5 minutes I was done. And I could get closer to everything than what I got before. So I really want back my zero turn. This zero turn is wore out though. I bought this thing used. This is a Husqvarna 60-inch, 31 horsepower Kawasaki. In fact, they don't make this anymore, and that's becoming the problem. You can't get parts. So now I'm to the point of having to match up parts for it. Like I just go to the parts store, take my bearings, and just hope that I come up with a bearing. The problem is the bearings that it matches up to typically in parts are light or lighter. They don't seem to last. I think it's going to be time to update mowers. And I'm pretty sure there needs to be a green one in its place. Just saying. By the way, we did our part. Did you? I mean, the only way you're going to change this world is if you do your part.
Deep in the shadows, I know it's hard to put one foot in front of the other. So far as the echo, where do we start? You can learn to discover.
So let me get you guys set up on a stand here. I hope I have a tripod that I can use this GoPro on. So y'all, I switched to GoPros. I love my iPhone. There's still going to be stuff come from my iPhone, but I'm tired of the full memories, stuff like that. So I'm switching to GoPros. So let us know if the video quality is okay, if the sound quality is okay, because I got a lot to learn when it comes to GoPros. So let me see if I can find a tripod that you'll fit on, and we'll go from there. Well, hey, looky there. You guys are on a tripod now. You're a little wonky. I gotta fix you. Hold on. Okay, so this is my old tripod. It's kind of broken down, everything, but I got you adapted over, and I can use you on the new tripod this way. So we need to get started tearing this down. So I'm going to get you set up, try to show you some of this. We're going to tear this apart. We're going to see what's going on. Hopefully I can get some parts to go ahead and get it fixed, because I like it. I like it a lot. I mean, it's like a mini brush cutter. That's going to be hot. Let's get that belt off of there. See how she weeble wobbles around? That's telling me the bearing's out of it again. Completely out. Or the housing's broke, one of the two. What size it? Let's get that blade zipped off. I don't know what size of bolt it is. Way bigger than this. It looks like a 3/4. So, let me get it going. Let me go get the wrench for it. And we'll get it buzzed off. Drop both of them. Then we'll have 3 or 4 bolts to take out, take the whole housing off. I got to get this pulley popped up off of it. Yeah, something's up. I don't know what it is, but we got something bad going on. You know what? I better grab some gloves. Not that I'm some kind of softy, but I'm not stupid. That's gonna be hot. I don't want to burn myself. Oh! We're gonna have to have an impact. Yep, it's got a bearing catching. Clear out. Really surprised if this 1/4 inch impact does it. Doubt in my mind it's not gonna do it, but it's always worth the try. Well, it might if I could get the gun on it, but the angle, there's no way. So there's more than one way to skin a cat. We're gonna get a board. We're gonna wedge against this blade so I can really get something and get a pull against it and get that bolt broke loose. So I got my chunk of wood. I got me a breaker bar. Okay, so we're gonna wedge the block in here so that the blade will pull against it so that it can't turn, and then we're gonna break it loose. That ought to do it right there. There we go. Now we're wedged. Now we can break it loose. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Go. 3. Go. Hey, that's tight. Like really tight, y'all. In fact, it acts like it might twist off. Whoa. I'm gonna have to get some leverage on this. We did something. Right or wrong, we're doing something. Oh. Oh, we definitely did something. Might have needed a little heavier piece of pipe against it. Budgeted it all, guys. Oops, sorry. Well, it looks like I'm gonna have to use an actual impact, and unfortunately mine's not here right now. So I'm gonna get it and I'll bring you guys back. So I think we can establish what the problem is right here. Now that this is cooled down and I can handle it. See this shaft? It shouldn't move all over like that. The top bearing is completely out of it. That's not good. So all actuality, I could actually take this off and then I can impact that blade off later. So let's do that. Pretty sure those are like a size I can use the little impact on. Let's get it apart. Well, that's all of them. Let's get it out. And just like that, we're out. Yeah, we got bearing complete failure at the top. And the bottom is not too peachy. So now we got a big empty hole. So like I said, these parts are not available through Husqvarna anymore. And if I can't match up something to make this work, I may be looking for a aftermarket hub of some kind just to match up and put in here. It's too good of a mower just to kind of had to hurry up and wait. So now I'm gonna have to go to town, get parts, find a solution. So people, as you can tell, new day. Well, I'm gonna apologize. I thought I filmed this part. New GoPro user, not iPhone user now, because I'm trying the GoPro thing. I didn't turn it on. I turned it back off. So you missed out on this, which was I got the new bearing put in. So this bearing right here was clear out. I knocked that shaft out of the housing, cleaned it up. Bottom bearing was still in good shape. I filled this housing plumb full of grease, reinstalled this top bearing. Now everything's ready to go. So I'm going to show you putting it back on the mower. Hopefully we're going to fire up the mower and get going. I'm a little bit worried about right here. See if you can tell that is worn to one side. In other words, that piece of key stock has tried to roll out of that. But it is what it is. Like I told you before, I can't get parts. And when you can't get parts, you kind of got to make do with what you can or try to match it up. And I haven't found anything to match up that spindle shaft yet. But I know I can make this do. It worked before. So let me get this put on. And then we're going to fire up the mower. And we're going to see if it works. So I'm just sticking the bolts down through, and I'm turning the bolt while I'm holding the nut on the bottom just to get them started. I get a couple of them in there, get them somewhat tightened up. Then that'll take care of this slot that sagged down. I mean, it's held there, so now I can worry about just putting the next one in. Kind of doing it blind. And if you're worried about, well, you're not putting lock washers on there, Dale. Well, they're lock nuts, guys. So they're pinched lock nuts. So they're not going to come off. In fact, I screwed that one on far enough I couldn't get it off. My fingers, I had to use a wrench. I think I got one more left here to get stuck through the hole. Yep, right there. Kind of hold up with my fingers on the spindle. Okay, now I got all four started. Now all I got to do is tighten them down. So I'll hold the head, put my wrench on the head of the bolt, kind of hold it, take my little impact, tighten them up. Just leaves one. Had to move the blade out of my way underneath there. So we got that part taken care of. Now let me put the pulley back on. We'll get the belt back on it. It'll be about time to try to mow. Ooh, I like how smooth it moves. Now if we'll look, this washer's cupped. It's like convex. That cup's supposed to go down, because then it has like a spring to it, and helps keep the bolt tight. So we're going to get the bolt started on it. Grab the right socket for that bolt. Probably grab my board, wedge back in here. Probably not. I'll probably just tighten with the impact, get my belt on it, and then grab an actual ratchet. Just didn't have my mouth right. All right. Okay, we got issues, I can tell you. Because that tightened it clear up where it couldn't turn. So, we can't do that. We got to get a washer underneath here, between here and there, so that we're not pushing on the whole outside of the bearing, we're just pushing on the center of the race. So, let me see what I don't have a washer. So, I'm gonna hop in the truck. I'm gonna run to a local store, and I'm gonna grab a washer for this because I want to get this back going, and I want to put it together right. So, I'll be back after I go get that washer, machine washer, so it doesn't go clear to the outside of the bearing. So, I don't know if I want to put 1 or 2 on. I've already got 1 on it. Let's try it with just 1. Well, I'd call that a success. So, we got mowing done. Got that fixed so I can go back at it. I got a lot of weed eating to do, don't I? So, you know, if you run into problems, just try your best to work on it yourself. There's all kinds of resources like YouTube that you can look things up. At the most you could do, shoot me an email, ask me a question. If I know the answer, know how to help you, I'll shoot one back. If I don't, I'll just flat tell you, I don't know about it. So y'all, till next time, farm on, keep strong. I love you. So does God.